We've talked a lot about data in landvision and how you can, consume it through landvision. You can click and identify, you can search, you can make maps and do presentation stuff. We've also talked about storing data in landvision. This time we're actually going to go and focus on the companion app called landvision Connect, which is kind of something we mentioned in previous sections. We went into some of the ways you can store data. This is a way you can consume that data while in the field with your iPhone, and also a way you can actually store data or capture data with your iPhone and then see it back on your laptop. So let's go ahead and have a look at our subject property here. And remember, we have the site details section, and it's view and modify. Remember, modify obviously allows us to add data, and of course view is viewing the data we have stored in the property. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift gears and say I'm no longer in the office, but rather I'm in the field. So now that we're in the field, we're using our iPhone, and it's going to locate the properties around me, or we can search for a property that we have in the property database. Well, in this case, I looked up my Douglas Emmett property, which we saw before. Notice I have green text and a green bookmark. This indicates that I have information stored in this property. Notice the other properties don't have those green bookmarks, indicating that, of course, I don't have information. Now, you can still view information about those properties, but you're not going to have your own information stored. So that's simply a visual indicator showing you that. Clicking on View Profile will open up the profile page for the Douglas Emmett property at 1990 South Bundy. Well, notice here I've got some nice little information at a glance. And then I've also got two owner cards. In this case, I've got Jerry Seinfeld and I got Chuck Bartowski. So I can click View Profile for each respective owner. I can also click their cell phone number, which you can see there. Clicking View Profile will take me to a very similar page. You've also got details in the top right corner, and this is going to give you information about the property. This is, again, data I stored blended with information from the public record. You've got notes, and you've also got photographs. So let's go ahead and go back to Info, actually go back to Profile, and then notice these big giant glaring buttons at the bottom. It's Record Note, Take Photo, and Write Note. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a photo. So clicking on Take Photo is going to use your use your iPhone's native app for the camera. And I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of myself. And I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of myself and actually store it against the property. That's an awful picture, holy shit. Oh my god, that'd be the worst thing ever.
Can we see it?
I think I said retake. Okay. I was like, my head's tilted, I look like I don't know, it's hilarious.
Set it up again.
Alright. So it's going to use your camera's native. This is actually good because it's not like I'm doing this.
Yeah.
So it's going to, no. Okay.
Wait 1 second.
Okay.
Guess. Alright,
Good?
So it's going to use your camera's
Yeah.
native.
So it's going to use your your phone's native.
Oh.
So it's going to use your phone's native camera, and it's going to ask you to take a picture. And of course, I'm going to take a picture of myself here. And in doing so, I'm really critical of myself, right? It's just hard. I'm going to take a picture of Eric.
My good-looking camera.
Yeah. So it's going to use your phone's native camera, and it's going to take a picture. And because I'm in an office, I'm not in 1990 South Bundy, I'm going to take a picture of myself, and we're going to store this against the property, and we can look it up in landvision later. So, clicking Use Photo, you will now see that I have, under Details, I'm going to have that photo is going to be stored against the property. So there's a photo of myself. Now here's the key. So what I like to do is when I go visit any site, I take my phone out and I simply pull up landvision Connect and I take photographs, and it ties them directly back to my subject property. I typically take a picture of all the signage. I go to the building directory, take a picture of that. I take a picture of any information about the property management company, brokerage. I go to empty spaces, take a picture of whatever materials they have in those empty spaces, and of course any key things you want to store about the site. Again, when you take a photo, record a note, write a note, it's stored on the property immediately, and it's now immediately accessible in landvision. We're back from our time in the field, and we want to take advantage of the work we did and captured when we were out there. So again, back to site details, click View this time, Your photographs and notes are all stored under the Notes section. So click on View, and you'll see information about your site, text notes, audio notes, and of course in this case you see 6/5/2015. I have click here to view, and that is a picture of myself. So there you have it. That was literally within minutes. I'm using my phone to capture information. It's now stored forever within our secured cloud for your eyes only on the property. That is the power of having LandVision and LandVision Connect to store, view, and collect information about your properties.